Hi, my name is Yasu from Japan, and in my video, I drink sake and introduce this sake and other sake in both Japanese and English, hoping that more people in the world will drink more sake because that's good for Japan. Anyway, today I'm drinking Senkin from Tochigi prefectures in Japan. With my minimum understanding, tochigi is really well known for dumplings, but now it's well known for senkin as well. Senkin is tochigi prefectures, and then the name of sake. Okay, so here's the thing: name of the sake brewery is called Senkin, and the name of the sake is called Senkin as well. And in this category, this sake specifically it's called Hope. So the Senkin people create this sake to support the Ukraine, and it says Hope, stop war, assemble miracles. And they actually use a very special rice, three sake, assemble into to create this one Japanese sake, and this is a way for them to support Ukraine. And on top of that, a part of the revenue will go to a charity to support Ukraine. So I'm actually grateful to participating in this one. So first of all, let's see how this sake is gonna taste like, because in my video, this is a Japanese sake, channel. I drink sake and then let people know how it would smell like and then taste like in both Japanese and English. And I talk something about Japan in both Japanese and English while I'm drinking sake. And as always, I use this beautiful Japanese sake glass from Kagami. So cheers. The first one is smell. Really refreshing, like soda-like, very refreshing smell. And then the flavor is it's smooth, bit mellow, and a little bit sour, but really refreshing. It's good. I'm a big fan of Senkin. So like if you check my channel, like and then type for Senkin, you see a lot of Senkin sake that I've been drinking. I like this their distinctive flavor, and I don't even know how to describe it. So like I usually say that it's a Senkin flavor. It's good. So since this sake is designed to support Ukraine, but a lot of people have already talking about the war. I don't even consider this as a war. It's an invasion, but let those people be a part of this one. I do not really want to get into specifics, and also my personal opinion doesn't really matter. So, and also this not really goes well with my channel. So let me talk about Japan. Yesterday or 2 days ago, a lot of media, the news media picked up a refugee from Ukraine arriving Japan, and they mentioned one big issue, which is that the Ukraine people, they came to Japan with their dog. But under the law, anyone who brings their pets, including dogs and everything, to Japan, those pets need to be isolated because of the possible, disease contaminations and everything. It's a law. But media kind of makes it like it's not really kind to those refugees, the Ukraine people. But I personally feel that's kind of like irrelevant because I don't know how it's called in English, but like if the dog has some contagious disease and then they don't follow the protocol and then let the dog into Japan. But what if the dog has the disease? It would infect other animals and the dogs. And then it would spread out. And I'm not sure the nature of the disease, but I'm sure it would actually become a very big issue because that is why they create these regulations that if anyone brings animals from overseas to Japan, they need to be isolated, those animals, for a period of time. There's a reason for it. And I've only checked the interview in Japanese from the Ukraine person and in saying that I'm glad to be in Japan. I feel safe, but my dog is my family, and then if we cannot be united, then I should have died back in the Ukraine. Japanese media, they modify a lot of things. So unless I read everything that what that Ukraine person said, then it's very unfair for me to say anything. But I really wonder if they have a pet from the beginning. Those Japanese people from the government, help them to come to Japan. Have they really consult those families to, talk about the issue with the dog and what's gonna happen and everything? And when it comes to this matter, there is no simple answer for it because there would be so many what if situations. And if anything, we should blame on this everything on invasions because if that didn't happen, none of this would actually happen. But yeah, it's just so many things that it's not that simple, and it's no longer simple. And I really want to support the Ukraine people and the Ukraine in this matter. And I'm glad that Japanese government is taking extra measurements compared to really before. I understand that I know that it's not enough yet, but it's really different compared to before. And I'm hoping that the Japanese government will take more extra steps to help those people now and in the future as well. But I guess there are certain things that we all need to give up something to gain something. I'm not really saying about the dog or the pet of the family, but one way or another, we need to understand that life is very unfair and nothing is perfect in this world. Yeah. So yeah, I usually only want to talk about something fun or like nothing serious when I drink sake, but since this sake is dedicated for the Ukraine, so I just wanted to share. It's not really sharing my thoughts, but like I just want to touch base with what are my thoughts about what's going on here that could be related to the Ukraine right now. But anyway, so that's really enough. The sake is good, so if you're in Japan, grab it, drink it, and then get drunk. So I hope to see you in my next video. For now, じゃあね。